This is your news report for the second stimulus check update and your stimulus package update as of Sunday, August 9th. President Trump has signed off on 4 executive orders. These executive orders are 1, the extension of unemployment benefits for $400 a week. 2, a payroll tax deferral. 3, waiving your student loan payments until December 31st. And 4, assistance for renters. The Democrats, they are saying that President Trump does not have the presidential authority to do this and that they will challenge him in court. This is your Sunday news update, and I hope your weekend is going very well. President Trump's executive order will attempt to extend unemployment benefits for $400 a week. The reason why President Trump went with $400 a week is because he is going with the Republican theme that $600 a week is too much and it causes a disincentive to work. President Trump says that the federal government will cover $300 of it, and Trump wants the state governments to cover the remaining $100. When President Trump was asked when the people would receive this money, President Trump said it would be rapidly distributed. President Trump did sign these executive orders. However, the Democrats are saying that if President Trump actually tries to execute these orders, that they will take him straight to court. President Trump said, if we get sued, it's from somebody that doesn't want people to get the money. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin warned the Democrats this Sunday morning that if they try to challenge these executive orders, it will prevent millions of Americans from receiving financial assistance. President Trump is moving forward with these executive orders because the stimulus package negotiations have not gone well in the past 3 weeks. Trump said that the Democrats are obstructing it. Therefore, I'm taking executive action and we're going to save American jobs and provide relief to the American people. Regarding Trump's executive orders, the Democrats are saying that in order to get funding to carry out these executive orders, it would need the approval of Congress. President Trump's response is that he does not need new funds to do this, so he does not need the approval of Congress. Trump says that he doesn't need new funding because there's still money left over from the last stimulus package and that he's just going to reallocate those funds to carry out these executive orders. Nancy Pelosi said, I don't think they know what they're talking about regarding unspent stimulus money. The legal community is saying that the executive branch does have the authority to execute certain executive orders, but that these executive orders would face legal opposition. The legal community is also saying that by federal law, the administration is required to spend those funds on what Congress has approved it for, regardless of whether the president has issued executive orders. This is where I give my opinion, and I rarely do this, but the reason why I'm giving my opinion is because I do not want people to get a false sense of hope. It is unlikely that President Trump can carry out these executive orders. However, what he is doing is making the Democrats look really bad. If the Democrats challenge and legally block President Trump, then the headlines in the media will say, Democrats stop President Trump from extending unemployment benefits, helping renters, payroll tax cuts, and student loan assistance. That would make the Democrats look really bad. So what President Trump is ultimately doing is putting a lot of pressure on the Democrats to compromise on the stimulus package. But it still may not be enough pressure to draw the Republicans and Democrats to make an agreement on the stimulus package. However, I just want you to be aware that this is a political move being made by President Trump. Democratic Senator Ron Wyden said this scheme is a classic Donald Trump con, play acting at leadership while robbing the people of the support that they desperately need. Republican Senator Chuck Grassley said, I applaud these executive actions to help the American people. President Trump puts the people first compared to nonstop political games by Democrats. Nancy Pelosi, leader of the Democrats in the House of Representatives, was asked whether the Democrats were willing to continue negotiating on the stimulus package, and Pelosi responded with, "We have to." We'll continue to cover the progress of these executive orders this week as further details develop. But from a high-level overview, the other executive orders are a payroll tax deferral. Payroll taxes are Social Security taxes and Medicare taxes, and they are 7.65% of your paycheck. This is only a deferral, so it only postpones your payroll taxes. Therefore, it is not an elimination of your payroll taxes. The deferral would allow you to not be charged payroll taxes, but you would have to pay them back in the future. However, President Trump says that if he gets reelected, then that amount that you deferred, instead of having to pay it back, that he would have it forgiven, and ultimately you wouldn't have to pay it back then. Therefore, you actually paying less payroll taxes, that would be dependent upon President Trump winning the elections for a second term. The other executive orders will defer student loan payments and interest until the end of the year. And the other executive orders call on the search of funds to assist renters. And to cap this off, President Trump also said that he wants to lower the capital gains tax as well to boost the economy. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 news. The United States daily case count for COVID-19 has been recently fluctuating between 40,000 cases to 60,000 cases a day. We just reported 56,000 daily cases. We are now recording over 5 million total cases in the United States since inception as of Sunday. Total fatalities are now 162,000 in the United States. That's the news for today. Please subscribe. I'll keep you updated. I'll save you some time, and I'll give you any advice when applicable. Thank you so much, and please stay safe.